saying is
Yeah,
you have this information.
Look, we make a definition for the poverty when you don't have access, for example, to medicine, you don't have access for education, and don't have access to have your own houses. You know? And when they say own house, I say houses, not when you build tables and you put a roof. For me, that's not a house. You know, so we must be very realistic and respectful of our human beings. So we have to, in this moment, I think we cover all education. So in Chile, any Chilean has access to education up to the high school. It's free, and Chile is concerned about every family can send their children to the school and to be educated. So in that way. The same we have with more or less with health. I don't tell you that our hospital, the public hospital, are good. No, they are not good. But people can go to the hospital and can wait months, but that's true. Can wait months for an operation or something. That's it. And the problem is to have a good work and to have a good house. So in that way, or that area, that housing, and have a good job, still we have 0.5% of people that don't have access to that one. The rest, we have some difference, but everybody can access to education, health, and housing. So that's more or less to give you the limit that we have as you want to have, who are under that limit. Not clear?
Well, no, because I have read many times, and usually they fix one amount of money that people can have the minimum subsistence. So
well, you know, because in Chile in this moment, say the index per capita is around $40,000. I don't think all the Chileans have access to this. You know, because I don't believe too much in the statistics sometimes, because I'm very general one. But when you are in the country, or in the land, or in the area, they don't receive that amount per person.
No, anyway, to have this statistic, you say 1.5, you have to have one
Exactly. Yeah.
In order you can make the statistic, you say, okay, 99% of the people are over this amount, and only 1.5% under this amount.
Yeah, well,
so I was curious about this extraordinary low poverty.
No, I understand what you say, but I want to be clear what I'm saying. When I'm saying that the rest of the 1.5 is that those people have access to education, good job, and houses, and health. Could be better than no. You can have 3 houses, one in the coast, one in the mountain, and maybe the other have only one. You know, but what I'm saying that to have access to those commodities.
You just mentioned that Chile has no intention of joining the Mercosur in the near future, but is in the system member. What is the Chilean government's position towards regional? What is the position of the Chilean government towards regional integration? For example, if I look to Bolivia, which is a land-bound country, which should have, like very short access in the north to the Chilean coast to export goods. What is the attitude towards that regional integration, political and economic?
No, the Chilean attitude is that we are part of the region, South America, of that region, and we have to participate in that region. And of course, we don't want as well to say this is the right way, this is the right. We decided this way, and we've been fortunately very successful. But don't want to go and say to the Venezuelan or to Argentina, say you must do this because it's our system. We hate to teach the other guys to do the same that we did. So, but we have a commitment with our region because we live in a region as you live in a neighborhood. Your neighbor is very important to be in good condition. So for us, it's very important that Peru, or as you say, Bolivia, and the rest of the country are very developed. So we are participating in forums and in groups, but we will not change our policy because we stupid to say change if we have been very successful with this policy. And I think we are right because, not because we are the Chilean right, because the rest of the world are doing the same. So we try to convince them that they must do what we mentioned before, make a reform the judicial system, education for the rest of the people, a lot of things that very, very, are not Chilean rules, are world rules. So answering your question, we are very committed with our region. And we want that all the countries be very successful and developed. But in this moment, politically, in South America, there is a division, maybe you know very well. There are some leaders, like Chavez, Correa, well, Chavez in Venezuela, Correa in Ecuador, Evo Morales in Bolivia, and Ortega in Nicaragua, plus Raúl Castro in Cuba. They are forming an anti-imperialismo, anti-capitalismo, and the rest of the other country, we are in the way of, we accept the capitalism because it's good. We don't say it's the best, but it's good for the development of the country and the open economy. So, in this moment, political, there is a division, not a division that is fighting against us or the other one. We have a ideological or doctrinarian division, that's it.
Thanks for your honorable visit, Mr. Nasser. I'm a political science PhD student here, and I'm currently pursuing a research on dual transitions in Latin America. And Chile is one of my case studies. According to this research, the role of the military seems to be persisting. For instance, the copper revenues have a certain share that should be directed toward the Chilean military. How would you assess these distributions on the development of democracy in developing countries like Chile?
Well, first I must tell you, I don't like military involved in politics. I think they are professional people and they have their own duties. Sometime in the history of the country, I don't want to say it's necessary, but historically has been happening. So in Chile happens that military armed forces took the power. Unfortunately for the Chileans, they did it well. They did very well government, especially in the economic field, not in the political and repeating you and respecting the human rights. But at the same time, when in Chile there was a military government, there was a lot of military government around the region. And most of them, they were rejected by the human rights, still they have around 46% of support, it's a lot for the military government. For that reason, he was later chief of the army. But I'm not defending military government because civilian we must do it, or the politician must do it, the task. I'm not saying now military can help us. You can ask assistance in some maybe ministries, but not ruling the country. That's my view.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ambassador, for your call. You depicted a picture, more or less a success story for Chile. That is, from 1970s on, for example, per capita income, inequality, etc., all directed in a positive way. But as a commonsensical, let's say, observation, all countries on the world have some problems that needs to be solved. So what are the most, according to your opinion, most important problems of Chile now that are not still be solved? First part of my question. Second is a bit related what you said just now. It is when a military government left, it's the influence of it on economy, politics, etc. Not easily can be erased from society or state. I don't know whether you are following up the news now, the discussions in our Turkish parliament that the attempts to change the constitution, which is a military constitution done in 1982. After 30 years, we are trying still to change the constitution of the military coup. So, do you think that the imprint of military coup in Chile is still felt in some sectors of life in society or economy?
Let's see. I told you that when you do an analysis of your history of your country, you must be very objective. Try to not to be partial according to your ideas, but you must be very academic or professional when you do your analysis. In Chile, after what was going on with the socialist government was necessary something. It was a chaos. There was no production in Chile. It was completely disorientated, the other country. The military forces took the power, and they did something good. I'm talking about the economy. And they did something wrong about no respect to human rights. And after finished 17 years, they finished because they thought they will continue ruling the country. Why they thought? Because they didn't say we are leaving. They went for a plebiscite, a referendum. They say, we're doing our thing very good, so we can ask the people if really they wanted to ask. They didn't want more than the 52, 53 people, percent of the population say no, go ahead. So they respect, that was very important. Because another country maybe say no, we have some support and we will keep our position. So the armed forces in Chile say, okay, goodbye, we finish our task. So, about your question is what happened with the military government in Chile, well, I think they did some job historically. It's not my wish. I think most of the Chileans, they didn't want that they did to be involved in politics. But it was necessary. So in history, sometimes you can change history, you know, and you must be there in the moment. I don't know who could, in this moment in 1973, could help the Chileans. I think it was only the armed forces. People wanted, but they thought it will be for 1 year, 2 years, 50 years, no more. And they stayed 17 years. Maybe it was good for the country, maybe it was not good for the country, but in this moment I can tell you Chile is very successful. Not only by the military government what they did, but because in 1990 when we recovered the democracy was socialist. But they were clever, said we will continue with the same economic policy or economy that they have the military. So they implemented this. And so we have been very successful in that way.
I have a follow-up question on that, actually. So since the Concertación government in 1990, which started the democratic transition process in Chile, so you've had Christian Democrats, socialists, but then they all, they kind of converged in terms of economic policies. There are no like considerable differences between the, let's say, Alvin's government in